Hi, it's Vex, and this is my favorite time of year. As you see from this playmat, you know what time it is. It is time for my Azusa updates. And I know you guys are just like, this takes 2 deck boxes. They have made a 133 card deck box, which I will be getting soon, so I could combine these into one deck box. But it actually takes the entire 280 card deck box, so I need 166 card deck box to actually fit it all. We'll see in the future, but we got updates, and I'm very excited. As you see previously from my Modern Horizons 2 updates, this deck is now fully 100% foil. Super excited for Titania to come out. That was the last card I needed, and like so many people messaged me. Thank you very much for messaging me, telling me about that card, because I didn't know until you told me. As always, this is always a fun, more relaxing type video versus my deck text where I just go through a lot of stuff. I do have a deck on this, and I probably need to make a new one because I always update this deck. This is the one deck that I always update. Some decks, took me 2.5 years to update. Some decks I haven't even updated. Imagine a deck without Arcane Signet in it. That's right. Those are not updated. But let's go on to see what kind of updates we do. I love updating these decks. This deck in particular, because it's got all the fun goodies in it. It's got all the inventions, some expeditions, second expeditions, more expeditions. Let's see what we got. Bam. And this has lots of tokens in it. Bam. All that whole gray section is a token section right there. These are cards that we are updating. Right here, this is the existing deck here. Let's just show you the existing deck. It just looks gorgeous. Titania right there, I need that. Got some full arts, some of the SDCC, San Diego Comic-Con, black flip walker, so it's black on the back too. So it's really, really cool right there. Got some stained glass art, some showcase arts. Interesting there. Extended border art. Fun stuff. This deck is super fun. I really love it. And if you didn't know, this deck is, of course, Azusa. You may play 2 additional lands per turn. It's a landfall deck. It's got a land theme, and I have another theme of graveyard recursion. So land, graveyard recursion. Life on Loam is a great land and graveyard recursion engine. And then because it's lands, I do land destruction. I know people hate land destructions in Commander, but sometimes you gotta allow people to do things that Commander allows you to do. We have some great inventions. My favorite frame: Mana Vault, Mana Crypt, Soul Ring. Even Solemn in our green deck, which usually doesn't belong, but it's Solemn Simulacrum. Chrome Mox, just gorgeous. 10 expeditions. These are inventions. These are never moving out of the deck unless they redo the invention frame, which I hope they don't. Some expeditions here, right there. Land destruction spells. So that's what that deck's about. But anyways, everybody out there knows what it's all about. Let's go on for the upgrades, and then we'll just look through the deck again, because I just love looking through this deck. This is my favorite deck of all time. I do have other foil decks, but not 100% foil. I do have the Journey of Bling, which I will finish this year. It will be a 2-year mark, and I'll finish it, and I'll finally get to play that deck, our Traxa deck. Okay, so our Azusa deck right here. We have some replacements. Acidic Swamp is Acidic Slime, not Swamp. It's saying goodbye. I really like the art. I really like that it did land destruction. But what's replacing it? Right here, World Breaker. It's got the same artifact, enchantment, land destruction, except for it exiles. It is green-ish, has a green pip in it, but it's a colorless card. It's just a bigger, you pay 2 more mana, and you just get a bigger card. 5/7. It doesn't have Death Touch. It does have Reach, but it does involve our graveyard theme that we love in this deck. And land theme, of course. Second land, return from your graveyard to hand. So that is getting upgraded. I love just being able to put like a different kind of frame in there. Scavenging Ooze is cool because Scavenging Ooze. Acidic Slime. I keep messing up this name. Maybe that's why it needs to go. It's got a watermark, which I love watermarks. Let's put the rest of the deck here. So that is one replacement. Another one is our beloved Rex Sage. Again, we have Azusa. We have a lot of lands. We want to have a good end game, bigger creatures. So we have Kogla, the Titan Ape. Again, these things do similar things when ETBs destroy target artifact or enchantment. Kogla, ETBs, kills a creature, fights, It might kill itself. Who knows? But it also has, when it attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. So you can always attack with it. And you're like, how do I protect it? Well, it's got a little protection thing right there. 1 in a green. Return target human you control to its owner's hand. KAMIGAWA gains indestructible. And Azusa is a human, matter of fact. So that's a replacement here. And we got a cool extended art in that replacement. And then we have the Mending of Dominaria being replaced. This is a saga. I'm sad. The saga that came in the Neon Dynasty, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, it was actually about Azusa. It sucked so much I just couldn't put it in. I couldn't, even flavor wise, it made perfect sense because it was Azusa's dress or something, but I just couldn't put it in. It's so bad. Take this out. This seems to be very clunky for me because I had to shuffle my graveyard into my library, so it's like graveyard hating my own graveyard deck. So it's always clunky. Replaced with real graveyard hate for other people's decks. Soul Guide Lantern. This is now an ultra staple. I include in every deck, and even Azusa needs some graveyard hate, so we got a little foil card. This is kind of like a downgrade because this is a cool saga frame that I'm just losing out for just a utility artifact, but it must be done. And this makes me really sad. Our beautiful Eternal Witness. Gorgeous. And it's a human too. Replaced with Timeless Witness. Just 1 more mana. It does the same thing. ETB, return a card from your graveyard to your hand. Except for Timeless Witness has Eternal Eyes, which, again, more graveyard theme. So, and we have the Showcase Sketch Frame. And with Timeless Witness, we have the token. So cool, you got another foil token. So it makes me sad to say goodbye to Eternal Witness, but I believe Timeless Witness is so much better for the deck. Let's see here. Make room for all this replacement cards. Next is Courser of Kruphix. I thought I wouldn't replace this ever, but we have Augur of Autumn. We actually have 2 arts, which, if you've gone this far, vote in the comments below which art you want. The extended foil or the double feature foil. Yes, it is foil. It's hard to see. So yes, vote for your favorite in the comments here. I will replace it with whatever your favorite is, but right now it's a tie. I do like this because it's like a neat black and white and it's a cool frame, but it's barely foil. Like you can barely see the foiling on it. And let me describe why I replaced it, because Augur of Autumn doesn't reveal the top card of your deck. It lets you look. Lets you play lands, and then it also has Coven. If you have control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you may cast the creature spells from top of your deck. This and Azusa are 2 different powers. Something else like Kogla or whatever can let you cast creature cards off top of your deck. So that is another replacement there. Let me just make some more room. Got more replacements. Actually, let's just put the let's order it a little better here. We have things that are getting replaced, things that it's replacing with. So Timeless Witness here with the token. Then Courser is getting replaced with Augur of Autumn. Which one we don't know. We'll let the viewers vote. Next we have Wandering Archaic. It is extended art. I like this thing, but it just doesn't pull its weight enough. People will eventually save up and pay the 2 to get rid of it, or just not play spells. So it does the thing really well. It just I already have our Cultivator Colossus here. Both extended art, really cool. I know there is a this kind of art, the double feature art, but it's very expensive. So I know this deck's got very expensive cards in it, but sometimes you just don't want to shell out money for a card that you might get replaced. And I feel like Cultivator Colossus is a cuttable card. To be honest, it's a good card. I'm gonna test it out, but I feel like it's cuttable, so I don't want to spend too much money. 4 green, trample. Its power and toughness equal number of lands you control, and then when ETBs, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you do, draw a card, and then you can repeat this process. This is very good in a land-heavy deck like ours. Lets you draw a couple cards, possibly. Next is Genesis Wave. I really like Genesis Wave. It's a very powerful card. But we are playing quite a bit of spells in this deck. And I just wanted to try out. I wanted to add more land. Vesuva is a very good card. I've been advocating for Vesuva at Thespian Stage as another ultra stable, including every deck. And just Vesuva can copy Field of Dead, copy Strip Mine, copy Wasteland, copy whatever you want on the field. Your opponent's lands too, Cabal Coffers or Borg. You might be able to have Vesuva copy one, then we have Thessum Stage copy the other one. Definitely Vesuva's going there. We have another card that's going to replace a Forest. With what, you may ask? What's better than a Forest? Boseiju Who Endures is better than a Forest. In most cases, we do want a lot of basic lands in this deck because we have a lot of things to search for basic lands. Boseiju Who Endures is channel land. It can just be played just like a Forest. Or you can channel it, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or non-basic land, which is in our wheelhouse, destroying lands, of course. That player may search the library for a land card with basic land type and put it onto the battlefield. Shuffle. So I think that's really neat. And then keep destroying lands. They might not have lands left. These are all our replacement cards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards being replaced. We have some art changes here. We just have 2 Forest changes. We have the Ravnica Allegiance Forest being swapped out for the KAMIGAWA Neon Dynasty regular art, not full art or extended art, wherever it is forced. This deck, I love the green symbol on this deck. All the forests have these green little forest symbols. It just is that way. And you know what? Tell you the truth, the other forests are going to be more common. People are rarely going to play this card. So I feel like this is the more rare forest of the forest. Actually, tell you the truth, with the Streets of New Capenna coming out with the 4-art lands again, these forests, I feel like these lands are so rare now that 4-art lands are the default, and like these will be the premium lands, like less art lands. Then we have another art change here. We have our old art from Guilds of Ravnica. These look kind of darkish and less green, but we have a new art from Adventures in the Forgotten Realm. I love the little text here. Little flavor text on here for first time. It does have a little forest symbol there, so it goes thematically in the deck. So those are our total changes. There were some honorable mentions I wanted to add in the deck, but I just couldn't find room. We have Ukina, Temple of Grandfathers. Yes, I know you could just replace a forest, but our forest count is getting so low that we just replaced one forest, Boseiju, with Boseiju already. It's just getting so low that I just don't want to replace any more forest. I can test the deck maybe on the next update later this year. We'll add that in there. Then we have our Ren and 7 token. Not tokens, we have our tokens right here, but our Ren and 7 card here that we just, again, couldn't find room. 3 green. Reveal top 4 cards of your library. Power land cards reveal this way into your hand and the rest in the graveyard. So you draw a bunch of lands. Put any number of land cards from your hand onto the battlefield tap for 0. Then create a Tree Folk for -3. Power toughness equal to the number of lands. 8, return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size, so it's the emblem here. So this is like everything you want, everything I want, right? Card advantage, makes Tree Folks, deals with lands, deals with graveyards. It's just everything I want. I just didn't want to have too many Planeswalkers. Planeswalkers is, again, the weakest type in Command. They're very more vulnerable. My playgroup just, anytime they see a Planeswalker hit the battlefield, no matter who's in first position or the threat assessment, they'll kill it. They don't care. That's just how it works. So I try to minimize the number of Planeswalkers I have. The Nissas are really cool because one Nissa flips into a Planeswalker. The other Nissas can just make a blocker. Ren can make a blocker. Maybe I'll switch Ren out with the other Nissa, but I do have a Nissa theme, as you can see from playmat. I do have 3 Nissas in the deck. This is a Nissa theme. If this had the word Nissa on it, I would definitely find room to fit it in the deck. So that's the deck. Let me just chill here. If you want to, give the video a thumbs up so far, give it a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. But I'm just going to sleeve these over, maybe do a little gold fishing for you. All right, we're back with deck shuffle. This is just for fun because, I love this Azusa deck. This deck is so big right there. Double sleeve with the thick sleeves. And again, this deck's not optimized. It's just the foils I like and, the theme I want to go with. It is mean because it does land destruction. So always have that pregame conversation about that. Let's see what we got right here. All right, we got some lands, 5 lands. That's good. Augur Bottom, card advantage, Water Stream, little recursion. All right, turn 1, Life on Loam, even more recursion. So we could just do Windswept Heath right there. Heck, let's just grab a forest. All right, there we could grab a Dried Arbor. That's a coincidental cut. I didn't mean to do that. But we'll just grab one of these cool little forests here. Pay a life. Actually, no. I think we have other forests that we can grab. Maybe Gingerbread Cabin or Dryad Arbor. No, we will grab a basic forest because we can grab Gingerbread Cabin later with our Life from the Loam. Deck shuffled. I'll be shuffling the deck a lot because that's what this deck does. Here, next turn we start Life from the Loaming our 2 fetch lands back, which is great. Right here. Exploration. Oh man, wish that was turn 1. Well, might as well just play it. Let's just tap this. Actually, just tap our forest that we have. Play Exploration right there. Right here. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Reflective there. But it's an Exploration. We'll play Verdant Catacombs, Forest. We'll crack the Verdant Catacomb for another forest here. Oh, there we go. Always cut to a forest. It's great. Shuffle the deck up again, which I'd love to do. Love to see it. Right there. We'll play Life from the Loam, get these 2 lands back, and say go. Life is good. Okay, our turn again. Okay, this is turn 3, so I totally forgot turn 2. Turn 3, we'll draw a card. Remnant Excavator, even better. We were supposed to dredge Loam, but we did not. But good thing we didn't, because Remnant Excavator is sweet. So we'll play our 2 lands here. We'll play Azusa here. Right, and then we'll play 2 more lands here. We'll just play these. Actually, we'll play this land here. We'll crack these 2 again. I know. This time we can get the Gingerbread Cabin, because now we have 3 forests. So always get that little Gingerbread Cabin going on. Love it. Gingerbread Cabin right there. We'll get another forest. Yeah, this deck requires a lot of shuffling. It's a big deck too. We'll shuffle that in a bit. We'll get our, all these, love these tokens. Get our clue, not clue. What I'm talking about, our food token from the Gingerbread Cabin. Then we can play Remnant Excavator right there. Before I forget, don't forget your last land. Maybe we'll play a fetch land from our graveyard. Where's the Remnant Excavator? Sweet. Now we got 7 lands. It's going on to turn 4. Right here. I think we will dredge Loam. Now that I have our Excavator here, we'll dredge Loam. 1, 2, 3, 4 lands in our graveyard. It's perfect. Untap everything. Like just imagine this. Imagine you have Sylvan Primordial, a band card, or Primeval Titan. You can just cast it on turn 4, no problem. Put people in their Stone Ages. You can cast it, return it back, cast it again next turn. So we do have 4 land drops, and guess what? Kaboom! All 4 of them coming right back from the graveyard. Right there. We play Augur of Autumn. So maybe only 3. Actually, we should play Augur of Autumn before we play any land drops. Tell you the truth. I dropped the land. All right, let's take that turn back. Augur of Autumn. Look first. Chrome Mox. Okay, now since Chrome Mox is a whiff, we'll just play this. All our lands from the graveyard. We will crack 3 of them. More forest. This is why I said earlier you need lots of forest. We'll crack 3 of them. Fable Passage is the less painful of the lands now. Forest. We can always get Dryad Arbor if we really wanted to. Forest. And forest there. Then we will, cast Life from the Loam. Get those forests right back to our hand. Use them as hand fodder if you ever draw Cultivated Colossus or something like that. Oh yeah, between each of those forests, you probably should check the top of your deck so you can play a land. Again, this is a brand new card I'm not used to having. But technically you would fetch once, look, it's not a forest, then you fetch again, look again, stuff like that. We do not have Coven because this is a 1, 2, and 2, but maybe next turn we draw something with Coven. All right, so we got a lot of lands, not a lot of things to do with them. Next turn, we notice a Nissa in there, so we don't really want Nissa, do we? We don't want to keep dredging. So, Nissa does, I forgot what Nissa is, a 2/2. So it doesn't trigger Coven. Oh no! All the creatures don't trigger Coven. What do? We just dredge some more, why not? Put 3 cards in our yard here. Because we have Wildest Dreams to get things back. So we just want things in our yard at this point. Here we use Augur of Autumn, check that out. Forest, we'll play that. Check that out, we'll play that too. We'll check the next card out. We'll play that as well. Coming to play as a Dust Bowl, we have enough Forest. We'll take a look again. Okay, we're done there. Duplicate can be our next creature. So what we can do is, let's see, how many cards? We have 3 cards, we want them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we played 3 lands this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's have this. We'll play Wildest Dreams for X's 3. Get all these back. Here. See what we can do here. We still have land drops to make. We only played 3 lands this turn. We play 4. And what we do is play Nissa. Grab another Forest. Gosh. Grab another Forest in our hand. That goes in our hand, not in the battlefield. Shuffle our deck. And I believe she flips because I have a gazillion lands. I believe this turn 5 as well. I'm losing track. I'm having too much fun. Let me read this here. Whenever land enters the battlefield in your control, if you have 7 more lands, you definitely have 7 more lands. Take a peek with Augur of Autumn again. Destiny Sage, that's a freebie land. We'll take that. I love Augur of Autumn because it's just like, it's free, no one knows what it is. You can just keep looking. Harmonize is a good card. We can only cycle Soulrider Lantern to get to Harmonize. We did play land. We're going to flip Nissa into the hard to read Nissa Sage Animus. Reveal top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it into the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Or make a Shia. So if we make a Shia right here, we have a 4/4. Now we have Coven. Look at this again. Harmonize not anything we want. We'll play Soulrider Lantern here. We'll just life him alone for nothing because we want to dredge it next turn. Let's see if I remember what's on top. Harmonize. Do we want to dredge that? I guess we don't. We'll take it. We like Harmonize. Turn 6. Million lands. Draw a card. Here. Look. Oh, we could play this. Top of our deck. Augur of Autumn is amazing here. World Breaker. We'll play this. Tap 7 lands. We got plenty of lands. We got lands in our hand. Lands for days. 7 lands. I'm like, don't have enough board. Okay, check this out again. Oh, we stopped. Whiff. Whiff. We can play Harmonize here. Actually, we can play, Harmonize. Right here, draw 3 cards, but one of the cards will be Life from the Loam, so we'll just mill this stuff. Timeless Witness, good in the graveyard. Right there, draw 2 more cards. More lands. All right, so now what we do is we have a land destruction spell. We're gonna play this, and just like bam, 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 machine gun with Azusa, Exploration, Remnant, Excavator, just machine gun our opponent's lands to death. Right there, we could play Dryad of Elysian Grove to get an additional land drop. Again, more machine gunning right here, bam, bam, bam. Of course, machine gun the player that has the least basic lands, because Ghost Quarter gets basic lands cards back. Essentially how this deck works. It's super fun. Look at all these lands we got from our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 lands. Turn 6. No problem. I got 4 lands in our hand. It's great. Love this deck. I just love it. It's my favorite deck. Of course, you all should know this is my favorite deck, right? Anyways, if you enjoy this goldfishing and my Azusa updates, give the video a thumbs up. Smash the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to be alerted for new videos in the future. And hopefully we'll see you in 6 months with amazing new updates. But let's just, maybe Wizards should slow down the powerful cards so I don't have to constantly update my deck. But it's super fun. I really enjoyed it, and Augur of Autumn is amazing. I think it's the only new card we saw. We've seen Soulrider Lantern as a new card. We also saw Vesuva, which is a Dust Bowl. Another new card. Where's my Vesuva? This is from the Vault Vesuva. It looks pretty sweet with the double rainbow foiling right there. So saw some new cards. Where's all my inventions? Didn't see any. Come on, where are you? Mana Crypt, that'd be sweet. That would have probably killed us. It's alright, you could destroy Mana Crypt somehow. Ulamog would have been sweet on top of the deck. Through Augur of Autumn. Cultivator Colossus. That's neat. Yeah, I forgot. What I really didn't realize is this Nissa right here. you could play it, flip into a Planeswalker, make the Shadow token, instantly have some Coven action going on with your commander. So that's pretty neat. Anyways, that's all I have for today. Have a wonderful day.